Hey guys, it's Ashley from Abs TV, where we talk about abs in life and abs in the gym, and today it is abs in the kitchen. So I got a lot of response. I asked on Facebook the other day what kind of recipes you wanted more of, and I asked if you wanted dinner, snacks, if you needed breakfast, whatever it might be, and I got a lot of requests for mug cake. So mug cake is exactly what it sounds like. You make a cake in a mug. Easy. So I'm going to show you how to do it in a healthy way. There's a lot of different flavors you can do, and I'll make different videos of different flavors, but what you need is egg whites, or you can do like cracked eggs, unsweet almond milk. This is going to be a chocolate mug cake, so this is unsweetened cocoa powder. It's only 10 calories per tablespoon, so make sure it's unsweetened. A little bit of coconut flour. And this is the vanilla cake batter, Abs Protein Pancakes, and you can use a casein. So the reason I use this is because it's a high casein whey isolate blend. If you don't have this, it's fine. You can use just 100% casein, but you want to make sure whatever you use has a lot of casein in it. Casein is really good for baking because it has a thicker consistency. Plus, if you're going to be eating this at night, casein also has a slow absorption rate. So when you eat something sweet right before bed, this is perfect. It'll be perfect for your macronutrients regardless of what your fitness plans are. So I have already sprayed this little mug. That's the other thing you need as well, is a little like medium-sized mug, not too small. I've used just some non-stick cooking spray. You're going to spray the inside of it just so your mug cake comes out really easily. So I'm going to take 1/3 of a cup of liquid egg whites. If you are using regular eggs, you need to use 3 cracked egg whites. So just crack it, separate the yolk of 3 eggs. So we'll do 1/3 of a cup of egg whites. You're then going to do 1/3 of a cup of unsweet almond milk. If you don't like almond milk, that's perfectly fine. You can use skim milk. However, it will change the nutrition because it's got a little bit more of sugar and more calories in it as well. So we have that. We're going to do about a tablespoon of coconut flour. The coconut flour just helps it kind of fluff up and bake like a cake. So just a tablespoon. I will preface this. The Pancakes has a little bit of coconut flour in it, so you don't have to use as much. If you're using just a regular protein scoop, you might have to do 2 tablespoons of coconut flour because it doesn't have the same consistency. So then I'm going to do a scoop of the cake batter that's now all over my hand. Oh, this is going to be fun to mix. And then, because like I said, this is a chocolate mug cake, I'm going to do a tablespoon of the unsweetened cocoa powder. I'm not super specific on the measurements, but just take a spoonful, dump that in there. So what you want to do is stir all of this, which looking at this now, I have no idea how I'm going to stir this, so I'm going to attempt to do this. Oh.
I don't think it's going to happen.
Okay. So I'm going to pause this and put it in a different cup so I can stir this for you. Okay, so I switched it out. I just put the exact same stuff in a bigger cup. I didn't realize my measuring cup was so small. So all you're going to do is take all those ingredients, mix them up. By the way, it depends on, if you don't use the Abs Protein Pancakes mix, that's fine. But whatever brand you do use, you might have to check to see if it's even sweet. If it's not, just add like a packet of stevia or maybe like a tablespoon of stevia. Okay, so as you can see, hopefully you can see, this is really thick. Like it's not runny at all. It's supposed to be like that. So all you want to do is spoon this into the mug that has now been sprayed with non-stick spray, which I'm going to do. Hopefully I have this all mixed up in here. By the way, if you have a flavor or dessert that you would like made out of a mug cake, just comment and let me know, and I will make a healthier version for you. So like I said, this is super thick. I'm just kind of spooning it in here. You don't want it runny. If it's runny, it's really hard for it to bake in, well, I guess cook in the microwave, not bake. So I'm just going to get all of this out. out one of those handy little scraper things for baking. One of these to get the sides of the cup, because there's still a ton left in here. Okay, so it's all in this cup. To be honest, it looks kind of gross, and that's okay if yours looks gross too. Don't worry about it. It looks just like a big pile of blob. But I am not going to put cellophane on this, but if you want it to come out perfectly round, all you have to do is take a piece of clear cellophane, put it over it, and like tuck it under it, so that way as it cooks and rises, it still keeps that nice round form. I'm not going to bother with it for the purpose of this video, but I'm going to put it in the microwave. Depending on how fast your microwave cooks, I am going to do it for 1.5 minutes. My old microwave, I did it for 45 seconds to 1:15. It really depends on, one, if you want it gooey, two, if you want it super cooked like a cake. But just be careful not to overcook it. So I'm going to suggest that you do it for 1 minute your first time and then see how it cooks. So, 1.5 minutes is what I'm going for. Okay, so it has been 1.5 minutes. The mug cake is done. Like I said, make sure you're super careful the first time you do it, you don't burn it. But it's sitting in here. It looks really funny, but all you're gonna do, I got a nice little bowl. You're literally just gonna flip it upside down and it should just like plop right out. So flip it upside down. Nope. There's the mug cake. So this actually cooked perfectly. I did 1.5 minutes, and that's usually good. So I'm gonna tell you how you can top it. Here's the thing, is with the recipe that I just gave you, it's very low in carb. So I always tell my clients and anybody that's doing a macronutrient or fitness kind of meal plan, at night you usually want to switch out your carbs for fats. So because this is so low in carb, I'm going to top it off with almond butter. It's a very good natural healthy fat. And then a little bit of just whipped cream. It's not a big deal. It's 15 calories for 2 tablespoons. But you can also... Arctic Zero is awesome. I eat this stuff all the time. It is called Fit Frozen Desserts because it has a lot of protein. It's lactose free, so it's not actually ice cream. It's basically whey protein that's been turned into an ice cream, so it's really good. But I'm going to slice this in the middle. It's a little bit gooey. Woohoo! It's like a molten cake. Honestly, I swear to goodness, it is like a molten cake. It tastes delicious. So just like that. Just going to take a tablespoon, which is going to melt anyways. So a tablespoon of almond butter. We'll do a little bit of the Arctic Zero. This is a little bit chippy. So this is awesome because half a cup, which obviously I'm not going to use, but half a cup is only 75 calories. So good. They have just a vanilla one that's 35 calories too for Arctic Zero. So, but you can see it's got all the awesome chunks inside of it. Hopefully. Oh! Okay, well, there you go. There's some of the Arctic Zero. And then, we'll just top it off with some whipped cream. And you literally have a chocolate protein mug cake with almond butter and with whipped cream and some Arctic Zero. The macro, the nutrition on this, honestly, depending on what type of protein you use is what's going to change that. So with the abs pancakes, you're looking at around, for all of this, about 300 calories, 25 to 30 grams of protein, under 10 grams of carbs, and then not a lot of fat. I mean, your fat is going to come from just the 1 tablespoon of almond butter. But that is how you make a chocolate lava mug cake. This was Abs TV. Like and subscribe to this channel because I am constantly putting out workouts, nutrition, self-help, personal growth, makeup tips, everything. And I would love to hear from you. So if you have a friend who also loves sweets and desserts like you do and like I do, then share this with them. But until the next video, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next episode of Abs TV.